Hello, my beautiful staratlas people. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back again, and guess what? Of course, we're going to be talking about staratlas. You can see it right on my shirt here. For the next 20 minutes, thank you very much for joining me. We're going to be talking some staratlas changes, and the biggest one right now is automated crafting is here, guys. I'm not sure if you were aware, because it took me a little bit of time to actually find out and verify it, and it's actually true. And this is the Sly update. Yeah, the Sly update. First off, this is a little ArtStation thing that Leaks posted, and we'll get back to it. But right now, I want to go and show you the update from Sly. So this was from Satoshi Mama. So Satoshi Mama, thank you very much. She was the first slightly big person to do a little tutorial on the Sly tool and instruction video that got everyone a bit more comfortable with it. And then I think I saw Beyond the Horizon, and lots of other people started getting into it. So now I think nearly everyone uses the Sly tool. If you're not using the Sly automated tool for staratlas, you are getting really behind. Okay, there are lots of people who go about their normal day, the normal business, and they have something, and they have it mining on the side, or they have it scanning or something on the side. If you're not using it, oh man, you need to start considering this. Now, previously it was mining, transporting, and scanning. Now we have automated crafting. It's really, really good. Crafting has been one of the little sticks, thorns in the side that has become very difficult to deal with, because some of the bases that you're crafting, you got to supply it with food, and sometimes it's not supplied with food, and you yourself can't supply all of the food needed for crafting to continuously go. So sometimes you have to come on and then make sure there's enough food in there to survive, to last until your crafting period ends. Sometimes if crafting period is longer, you may have to come back, supply it yourself, etc. So this makes it a lot easier, guys. It automatically does it for you. It doesn't supply food to the starbase for you, but at least it can start crafting stuff for you in set intervals, or for example, set amounts. So basically, this is how it's going to look at the bottom of your little status sheet. It's going to have craft 1 and craft 2, and it's going to be crafting. It's to finish at this time. Hopefully it goes and claims it for you. I haven't seen that yet. Hopefully it goes and claims it for you and then restarts the same crafting. That's what I wanted to see. Now, to make sure you have the latest version, please go and update your Sly tool, okay? You can see here it says updated just yesterday, okay? And it's 0.6.3. So make sure you go and actually update it, restart it, relaunch it, and get going. It's quite easy to set up. You'll be able to figure it out really, really easily, right? Now, what else do I want to talk to you about? First off, actually, Sly, you guys didn't announce this at all. I don't know why. I joined the Discord just now. It wasn't in there. It's not on the Facebook page. So I wonder where you guys actually do announce your changes to Sly. And people just kind of say, hey, something new is out. So you probably, of course, tested a little bit beforehand. You guys have your internal test. And then you're like, okay, let's bring it up to the normal production. So yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Now, something I saw very, very recently was by Leaks. Now, Leaks is one of the kind of background figures in staratlas, not from the team, but from the community point of view. He does a lot of digging and does a lot of sleuthing, you could call it, and he finds some stuff before the general staratlas population finds it. And of course, when he finds it, I see it, I make a post of it, or I talk about it here, and of course then the staratlas general population sees it. So this is of the little drone, for the picture drone in staratlas. Now this is of course in UE5. Previously it didn't look like this. This seems to be like a new variation of it, and now it's called Parrot by Calico. So very interesting, very, very interesting. It wasn't by Calico before, and this is a whole new design concept of it. You can see some of the pictures here, and he links it to the actual ArtStation place, right? The ArtStation that actually made it. And I do love the animation. Very sleek, very smooth. So the idea is by T. Whitson. Design is by Alek Yatsev. I've heard that name before. He's done a lot of different stuff for staratlas. Modeling by Yuri Krakov, and Gary Sanchez is the art director. So this is pretty awesome. Let's go and see the rest of the rest of those items at the station. So of course, Render Doc Studio, right? This is by Render Doc. You can see some of the pictures here. There's one. Here is a little animation that we just watched right now. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. And then let's go and see some other ones. So there's activated position and then deactivated position. Manufacturer is Calico, max length 920, diameter 330, Ion battery, rechargeable, 15 kilograms, multispectral flare, laser, rangefinder, some cool stuff. None of it means anything now, of course. It's not in the game yet, you know. This is one animation. I'm going to take myself away so you can see. It doesn't have sound. It's video, but there's no sound. I like these general animations, right? They're very nice and smooth. Very nice and smooth. Look at this one. I love this one. I love this one, man. I want to make this like my loading screen or something. How cool is this? Alright, let's keep going down. What else is there? There's a bit of this. See that? Nice, nice. Nice, nice. If anything, though, I'm going to be honest, it looks very, very similar, guys. It looks very similar to Illuvium's pets thing. You know, Illuvium's... let me bring it up so you can see. Let me bring it up. Not the pet. You know the Illuvium thing that hangs on the side? What it's called. I forget what it's called. Yeah, this thing. It's on the side, right? You know? Oh, here it is. Yeah, you see, it kind of makes me think of like that. Makes me think a little bit like that. It's not the same, but it's similar enough. Okay. Have a look at that. Comes in all different shapes and colors. I don't know why these aren't NFTs already, guys. I do not know why the team has not pounced on this and say you can load up your individual, you know, like you can load up a ship. You can only load a ship if you have it, right? Oh, you know what it is in UE5. So why don't they load this as a CNFT or even an NFT in itself? Maybe it'll come with crew, but I think that is a missed opportunity. Missed opportunity to have it in staratlas. There's a lot of pictures here, isn't there? There's really good pictures. Look at this. Very nice, very nice. Now, let's move on. Thank you very much, Leaks. Really appreciate that, man. I always love seeing the stuff you pull out of the staratlas databases and where things are hiding. So thank you very much, Leaks. Now, I wanted to actually see last week and 2 weeks ago, people got their rewards for the Surge event, right? So some people got commons, uncommons, rares. I want to see what the prices are doing because my prediction was that they would slowly start coming down as more people started to claim them and more people started to, you know, grab it because we don't know if it was Cybele, but we got about 1,000 people, give or take. So there's 1,000 rares, 1,000 commons, 1,000 uncommons. Let's see where the prices have settled now. It's gone a bit far. It's gone a little bit longer now. So let's have a look. So the rare is actually settling at 20 USDC. That's pretty good. That's really, really good, right? I assume some people are actually buying this because you can see valuations for the crew members in the crew packs very soon. And I'll also talk to you about crew very, very soon. I think the team are on it. They're doing something with crew there. Now, this is the researcher who is a uncommon, and that is being priced at $5. Okay, I think it was $20 last time. The uncommon crew, $5. Pepe, get out of the way, Pepe. Shoot, 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 shoot. Very good. Now, $5 is, now I say 5 because that's what someone's willing to buy it for, not what willing someone sell it for. That's instant liquidity for you. So that's what I would price it at, being honest. So the uncommon is 5. So how much would you pay for a common? So we've gone from 20 to 5 to 2. Let's have a look. Not Anatoly, he was Sigmund Nock. $2 or $1? $2 or $1? $4? No, that does not seem right. That does not seem right at all. I think there's a big step change missing there. It needs to be about $1 or $2, right? Now, of course, it is a little bit higher because when you take into account the normal crew you get from a ship, right? Let's say a Fimble air bike is $15. How much of that is the crew worth? You get one crew for Fimble air bike, so what, $5? You know, 1/3 of the price of a Fimble air bike is the crew, and then 1/3 is something else, 1/3 is something else. So yeah, you can see where people are getting this $4 from. I think it's a little bit probably overvalued a little bit, but hey, that's free market, right? You get to decide, you and me, we get to decide what the price is supposed to be. All right, now let's move on. Let's take a break and have a look at some pictures from the photography section in staratlas. Now, these are some really, really cool pictures I've seen. I don't know who uploads them, but thank you guys. These are great pictures. And just as a side note, what happened to the photography contest? We're not seeing the photography contest anymore. Why? The team are very busy in Dubai, perhaps. or going to token 24, token 2049, 2048. I don't know what it's called. The Solana conference thing, maybe. Team's a bit busy, right? Photography contest was really good. It actually spurred people to go ahead and make more pictures, more and more, because it gives more content, more material, makes things look gorgeous for staratlas. The team are, maybe it's the community side of things. Maybe it's Santi and Dominic. They're busy with other things, you know. But I think they should bring it back. Santi, Dominic, if you still watch my videos, bring it back. Now, some things you should know, my friends. Now, as always, I try and cover things I think you need to know in staratlas, okay? There are some changes coming to the map. I think they've actually already been implemented just now, a couple of hours ago, give or take, as I'm recording this. Now, what happened was previously the team introduced 3 new resources, okay? And they took away some of the Luminite resources. There was a giant deficit in Luminite. You could see it in the stats. And so the team wanted to get on top of this, and now you can see that they've added Luminite in a number of different places. So Luminite's been added to MRZ 34, 29, number 2, and they put copper and carbon, adjusted it to 22, and they put silica and Luminite as well as in MRZ 34. So previously, if you were mining some of this stuff, right, you should check, you should update your fleet if you haven't, right? Because the program ID or what Sly thinks it's mining might not be there anymore, so you need to be on top of it a little bit. Now, that's the least you can ask because it's doing it automatically for you. Check on it once a day or something. Give it something like that. So, important. If you're still extracting resources at these locations when the changes go through, you will not receive anything. So guys, just check it. Just check it. That's it. That's it. Now, I was a bit curious on the map, all right? And this is what I'm talking about, crew and, you know, upgrading and crafting. The team are creating a very delicate balance now of crew. The team are creating a giant deficit in crafting and crew, okay? That's why I think they created this intentionally so that they can end up selling crew cards very, very soon, all right? People are starting, even I myself, I feel more inclined to go and buy more crew or buy more ships because, goddamn, I need to craft everything a lot quicker. I can't wait for someone to fill up food at the CSS or at this station. I need to craft right away. I feel like that's what the team's doing. That's part of the game, you know, part of the business. They create an incentive or they create a problem for you and then they sell you that problem. And then you have to buy, you know, the solution to the problem. That's I'm not blaming them. That's just how it is. Okay, that's just normal life. Okay, pharmaceutical companies, healthcare, you know, everything is, you know, sell you a problem. This is a big problem. Here's our solution. Money, cha-ching. Anyway, it has nothing to do with the team. Just like that's how I see things. Now, I wanted to see how the upgrading process is going here. You can see the initial traffic only is actually not that busy compared to, look at this, Mud. Mud is very busy. People are going a lot to MRZ 24. Very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. And then let's have a look at Uster. Where are they going? A lot of people are going to MRZ 35 and a little bit more to MRZ 28. Now, what's very interesting is I always have my crafting stopped at the CSS because there's no food being supplied, okay? And I can't do it all myself. You guys got to help us out here. So you can see only 4 is where a lot of people are going. That's the only level, that's level 2 in only 4, as well as MRZ 24. You can see they're trying to upgrade some of the other ones. Let's see what's a level 2 in Uster. Uster, very close. This is, Uster 4 is very close. MRZ 35 is number 2. And that's the only one so far, right? Only one so far. Now let's go to Mud. We have MRZ 4. Wow, that's 2 already. That's going to be going to 3 very, very soon. So you can see it's a lot of people are like moving around, right? And you can see the map. This is as active, probably even more active than previously. Now I'm going to look at some stats very soon and you'll see there's some people still moving around in the old version, right? And they're probably still moving all their cargo around just to get it out because you can't mine, you can't scan, you can't do anything there. So yeah, this is very interesting to see. Now, yeah, I firmly believe the team is creating a deliberate crew deficit to sell us crew later on down the road. Okay, that's what I believe. Take a little break, my friends. Let's have a look at some pictures. Very nice. Just a Fimble sled barge? No, a BIOS packlight. Sorry, a Fimble BIOS packlight. That's just in space, hovering, quiet, serene. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's go and see some stats, my friends. What did I want to show you on the staratlas global economy? Very interesting to see that our percentage of Solana has gone down a lot. Do you remember when we first started and we were like 12%, up to 15% at one time? Good old days, right? Now there's probably a lot more happening on Solana now. Photo Finish, which is one of the other games on Solana, that's getting really popular now. A lot of like dApps and airdrops and transactions, a lot of activity on Solana. So of course you're going to see we are dropping down to 3.45% of Solana's transactions. Now this is what I wanted to show you. So everything in blue or cyan or whatever this color is, that's the Sage daily transactions. And you can see that's slowly going down as we transition to the orange, which is the star-based transactions. So I'm going to zoom in here and you'll be able to see the amount that has changed now. You can see everything is nearly star-based with only about 7,000, 5,000. You see it's even going down. 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5.9k. So those are the old transactions in the old star-based, right? That's the old Sage. What we have now is star-based. So people are still there. There's still 5,000 transactions per day going through. So people are moving stuff around. Hopefully you don't have any stuff left over. If you do have some little tiny stuff, consider, is it actually worth it depositing everything back in there to go and get it? What is the actual market value of the items you're going to collect? Is it like 10 biofuel or 10 fuel or like 10 ammo or 10 frameworks? What is that actually worth? And the cost of the petrol, the cost of the fuel to go and get there or craft it, whatever, is it actually worth it? Sometimes the answer is probably no. So I'll leave that to you. You guys know how you're managing your fleet, okay? Now, what else did I want to show you here? There's a lot of other stuff. Now, this was the surplus of resources. I like to keep an eye. Let me take myself away. I like to keep an eye on what I think might be needed in the future. Now, I'm actually accumulating. Let me bring this back. Remember, guys, I was accumulating food a long time ago. I said, I think there will be a deficit in food. And we know there was a deficit in food and it was needed very heavily for the CSSs so we could craft. I've stopped doing that now. Now I'm going on to accumulating ammo because I think combat is a little bit closer than some people might anticipate. And so that's going to need a lot of ammunition. So I've started accumulating ammunition, right? That's just how I play, okay? And sometimes I'll sell a little bit just to break in some profit. And sometimes, I might need it because I might go out and go hunting for you. But anyway, I'll take myself away. This is the surplus of R4 resources. You can see there is a giant surplus of fuel, right? So I don't think I need to mine fuel. It's the common denominator. Everyone, absolutely everyone can mine fuel. It's so damn easy. You just sit at the CSS and you don't move at all, okay? And Slide does it for you automatically. But that's the common denominator. Everyone can do it. So I like to go out a little bit more, do something that other people don't have the ability or don't want to take that extra time and risk to do. Food was a big one. I was doing that for a little bit of time, but I've now moved into ammunition, okay? So there's a surplus of food, 45 million, ammo, 52 million, and tools, 68 million. So I think I'm going to go to ammo. I'm going to start stockpiling a whole bunch of ammo. That's my gameplay, okay? Doesn't have to be with you. Now, one thing I want to chat to you guys about as well is the permanency of assets. And how just things change so damn easily, okay? You guys understand this in staratlas. The team are constantly changing things left, right, and center, okay? All of a sudden we have 3 new Luminite sites, okay? So this was the SDU prices. When SDUs first came out, I remember I was selling 1 SDU for 18 Atlas. 18 Atlas, that is a SHIT, ton of Atlas. The price now is 0.1. Atlas per SDU, right? They've lifted a lot of the caps on it. People are going out. You can farm it a lot easier now. So they're changing the supply versus demand of a lot of things. But I bring this up because it's a very powerful lesson in staratlas. If you're playing staratlas, don't think that the items you think have value now will have value in the future. Okay, so look at this on March 21st. Okay. SDUs were trading at 1.13 Atlas. 2 months later, fast forward to May 4th and look at the price totally tank in SDUs, all the way to 0.1. It's lost 90% of its entire value, okay? So if you think you're going to be using some of these outside resources or fuel or ammo or SDUs or whatever else, a commodity, an item in there, a consumable as the store of value, that is a bad idea. Okay, that is a bad idea. It's like holding fiat, right? It just dwindles over time because they just print more of it because the supply just keeps coming in. There's more SDUs being mined every single day. Look at how much SDUs are being collected here, okay? Is that right, actually? Yeah, SDU circulating supply. There has been a little bit of a decrease, which is very interesting. I wonder why, what this is from. But my point stands, okay? You've got to be very careful where you put the bulk of your stuff. For me, I don't like to hold on to stuff a long time. SDUs, I wouldn't have held on to them. Golden tickets, wouldn't have held on to them. They're for specific time frames that I'm going to use them for, okay? So you got to be so careful. Look at this price decline. Very hard, especially if you were buying lots of SDUs because you think they were going to be a lot more needed later on, and all of a sudden the team is like, nah, we're gonna put 10 extra supply. Great, you're stuffed, you know? It's very hard. So you got to play it very cool here. Now, let's go on to Steven Sabal. He's still making some really good stuff in staratlas, especially from the flip side and data point of view. So the DAC Nexus is impressive in Starbase. They have 15 active players. 15 only, one DAC. Okay, no problem. A medium VWAP of 66k and a total VWAP of 1.4 million. Wow, 15 people and they got 1.4 million. It's pretty good. Little rich group there. Net earnings on active capital were 1.24% over the past 30 days. 1 month they made 1.24. That's pretty good, guys. They're now 7th overall in net earnings. So you can go to his dashboard here. He's got lots of other stuff. But what I wanted to actually see was the who is earning a lot of Atlas emissions from the star bases, okay? Because score is going to be deprecated very soon, okay? All the Atlas is going to be coming from both staking rewards, sure, but that's a small amount, but also from these emissions. So these are the DAC gross Atlas emissions, okay? And you can see there is a bunch of them. There is a big bunch of them. April 4th had a huge day, don't know why. So what I thought is let's take myself away. I want to see who's getting the bulk of Atlas emissions, okay? So Coexist is the brown one. They are in the medium kind of range, so I'm going to take them off. Now the next one is, let's say, Chimera. Chimera is very popular, but also not as much. The purple is Psy. Let's take them out. And the yellow is the Unseen. And we have 3 groups that are the majority of Atlas emissions. We have the Club at 12 million, Rome at 28 million, and Aphia at 23 million Atlas. That is a lot, guys. You can see there's 3 groups. This is pretty evenly split. Pretty evenly split there, pretty evenly split there. So we have 3 major people that are raking in the Atlas, or 3 major groups or DACs in staratlas that are raking in a lot of the Atlas. So you got to ask yourself, are you part of these DACs? If you're not, do you have to be? I'm going to leave that to you. You answer it. All right, very interesting stuff, right? Now, the last thing before I end it today is staratlas has said they've officially updated their roadmap, and I want to chat to you about it a little bit. Before, you didn't see what things were up to, but now they've put on a little disclaimer as well as a little progress, a little legend, okay? But if you see purple, it means it's in progress. If it's green, it's completed. So you can see there's a lot of stuff still in progress, and you see the outlier is Surge Game Mode, which is green. Would you say Surge is complete? Kind of, yes. It's probably gotten all the data they wanted, so we may not necessarily have another Surge event, right? If we do, it'll just be like medium, or a smaller size. It won't be as big as it was. I don't think we'll get another 1,000 players on a Surge event. That's just my opinion. So you can see a lot of this other stuff is still in configuration. Now that's in UE5. Let's go to the web. The Starbase is of course green. That's complete. There is a classified Sage update, which is not here yet, but you can see combat is not here. Now I wanted to clarify this because they're saying Sage combat, but we actually want star-based combat. Am I right? we don't want combat in Sage because no one's in Sage at all. There's 5,000 transactions, but that's old. You can't do anything there. So I wonder if they're going to use that as a live testing ground or something, so you can still put in your stuff and go into it. But no, I think not. Might as well do it in Starbase. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what the wording there is, if they've thought about that at all. Now, very interesting that you see here, DAO Proposals has no rating. You know why I think that is? They are not working on it at all. Okay? Not working on it at all. So very interesting that they have it in the roadmap. Okay? Or at least they need to say like a new color, red, like halted or paused, or we're not even looking at this. We don't have the capacity to look at this. So guys, I would really recommend put something on there just so we know. Everything else has a little rating. Okay? Like this. Fleet faction deprecation, I still believe it's coming, right? Maybe it's just paused for now, because previously they said the Solana issues were causing problems with it, so they couldn't do it. But it will be happening, okay? You can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be happening. Now, on mobile as well, take myself away, you can see this crew card release and companion app still in the works. It's not here yet. So, of course, go and see some of the things here. Rainbow Ohm exterior, lots of other stuff. You can see there's no colors on it yet. But that won't take long. They just need to go and put the colors on it. Yeah. Alright. Lastly, my friends, I'll leave you with a beautiful picture of a person that's going to shoot you in the face in staratlas. It's not me. It's they're looking at me to shoot me in the face because I'm not a very good staratlas player. You guys saw my live action, my live video before. I didn't do well, okay? But I ended up getting some rewards for it, so I'm very happy. Well, actually, you can say that's 500 atlas. I don't know how much that is, right? I don't know, $2, $3, I don't know. Okay, and then we got the rare crew, which is valued at $20 now, so that's 20 USDC. Then you have a $5 crew as well as a $4 crew, right? So that's actually pretty good. You got $30 to play Star Atlas. What else can you ask for? What else can you ask for? And with that said, my friends, I'm going to leave you and love you as always. Try and keep you up to date if anything new happens in Star Atlas. Sometimes not much happens, but I still need to chat to you for a while because I miss talking to you guys. I miss talking to you. Okay. Bye for now.